All right. Hi, everyone. We're live now in Facebook, and welcome again to your Easy Talks. This is your Vice President for Business Development, Jorgen Gonzales, and I'm happy to be your speaker today for our training, care of course, empowered consumerism. And I'd like to welcome each and every one of you, those who have seen this poster a few days ago. And of course, this is our way, the management's way of supporting you in terms of training. Kahit na meron tayong lockdown, kahit na we're in this pandemic, we're doing everything virtually. We're doing everything online. So that's why it's important that, of course, you are also very active in terms of attending trainings like this kahit na wala tayong office, wala tayong operations sa mga branches, wala tayong operations sa mga BCO natin. At least through this way, you are updated and you're able to upgrade your knowledge, you're able to also upgrade your skills. And by attending this kind of training, you get in touch with, of course, your group dahil sabay-sabay kayong umaattend. And again, for so many weeks that we've been running this program, itong Easy Talks, marami tayong good feedback na nakukuha sa iba't ibang mga distributors in terms of them being empowered. Kaya nga, ang tawag natin, empowered consumerism. So this is actually the new normal that we need to get used to dahil dito sa ginawa ng crisis na to, na ginawa nitong pandemic. And so our ability to adjust, our ability to adapt is very, very important because kung hindi ka mag-a-adapt sa new normal na to, like from physical or field marketing, now everything is being done digitally, everything is being done virtually or online. Pag hindi ka kagad nakapag-adapt ng mabilis, mapapagulihan ka and eventually you become obsolete because as long as this COVID-19 is around us, hanggat wala pang nakukuhang na-discover na vaccine, unfortunately, we'll have to practice social distancing, we'll have to practice the protocols for safety purposes. So, hindi natin magagawa yung usual na ginagawa nating seminars, magdadala ka ng tao sa office, magmi-meeting kayo physically with your group, with your upline. So, hindi natin ito magagawa. And so, as entrepreneurs, as leaders, our ability to adapt is very, very important nowadays because kung ano yung galaw mo bilang leader sa grupo mo, ganun din yung magiging galaw mo ng mga team, ng downline or organizations mo. So, it's very important that we have to adapt, and I think for the last few weeks na meron tayong mga trainings with the training team, with Sir Arnel, the other Vice President, and of course with me, being invited to select selected group, no? Yung mga nag-invite sa akin ng per team. I've also already discussed with you kung anong importance ng adaptability because yun yung kailangan gawin ngayon ng leaders, no? Ng grupo, to be able to adjust to this new normal, to this new condition. And so, for all of you who are asking kung paano tayo magiging productive during the lockdown, because probably dun sa mga active sa inyo, no, sa Facebook, and especially with our community sa empowered consumerism, I'm sure you've seen some of our distributors and leaders, mga cross lines ninyo or probably upline nyo, o mga kilala nyong tao na magugulat kayo, ngayong lockdown, they're actually very, very productive. Ngayon tumaas yung check nila, ngayon gumanda yung income nila. And probably you're asking yourself how these people can be so productive nowadays when there is crisis, when there is pandemic. Paano ba ito nagiging mga productive? Gayong merong challenge? Because of course, we have to acknowledge valid naman yung reason na mabagal yung takbo ng business, especially during the transition from our normal operation, our normal of doing the business, and then nag-transition tayo dun sa lockdown. So everybody should be focusing on online kasi nga bawal ang social distancing, walang mass gathering, walang mga seminars. Pero bakit yung iba, suddenly, nung nag-transition sila sa online, nag-transition during the lockdown, mas lalo pa silang naging productive. Mas lalo pa silang naging maganda ang cheque, lalo pa silang humataw, in other words. So, my topic for today is very important because some of you may be wondering how come some people became so productive kahit na merong lockdown. Again, valid reason yung lockdown, valid reason yung meron tayong ganitong challenge. But this should never stop you from producing. This does not stop us. Hindi dapat ito yung nagpapahinto para hindi na tayo makapag-produce o hindi na tayo makahanap ng pay-in, hindi na tayo makahanap ng mapagbebentahan. So in other words, if some people mas naging productive, mas naging maganda yung income nila ngayong lockdown, and some people nawalan ng income o kaya naman some distributors, some empowered consumers, hindi nag-pick up yung income nila while others are, getting big checks. Ibig sabihin, hindi yung lockdown ng problem because kung ang common denominator is lockdown, pandemic, walang activity, walang office, walang mass gathering. Kung ito yung common denominator, dapat lahat na lang ng tao, walang production, dapat lahat na lang ng tao, lahat ng distributors, mababa ang income or walang pay-in. But how come merong group or merong distributors, malaking income nila, meron naman, wala. So in other words, there is, merong reason behind this. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na purely because of pandemic is, wala na tayong production. So there are some people, ulitin ko, they turned this opportunity, they turned this danger, they turned this crisis into opportunity. Kasi nga, as I've said before, ang Chinese character for opportunity and crisis is the same because for them, ang crisis, dalawa. It could be danger or it could be opportunity. So to some people, if you turn this crisis into danger, you'll never be productive. But to some people, they've turned this crisis into opportunity. That's why mas naging productive pa sila. So my topic for today is about being productive. And dito kayo magugulat because, again, marami tayong mga distributors kung kailan pa nagkaroon ng lockdown, kung kailan pa nagkaroon ng pandemic, mas lalong gumaling sa online, mas lalo silang nag-pick up sa income nila. And production or yung pagkakaroon ng pay-in does not happen overnight, does not happen by magic or bigla na lang nangyayari. Pwede nyo sabihin na siguro ang swerte naman noon, ang dami niyang napa 7 heads, ang dami niyang napa sign up, ang swerte naman ni ganito, ang laki ng income niya. Alam niyo, sa totoo lang, ang pagiging productive, hindi po siya swerte, no? Hindi siya dumadating na lang. Hindi naman nangyayari na bigla na lang may magpe-pay-in sa'yo. Siyempre, bago may mag-pay-in sa'yo, may ginawa kang activity. So, hindi natin pwedeng i-conclude na yung mga malaki ang production this pandemic, this season, under this new normal, hindi natin pwedeng i-conclude na magaling sila, maswerte sila. Hindi natin pwedeng i-conclude na magic or whatever. Meron tong daily disciplines na ginagawa. And, dun kayo magugulat because as I've said, productivity is not magic. Ang productivity po ay form of discipline. So, this gonna be my topic for today that I'd like to discuss with you. That being productive or productivity is not magic. It's actually discipline. Magtataka tayo bakit yung ibang mga individuals, distributors, consumers, meron silang consistent pay-in, makikita nyo yung mga pinopost nila sa Facebook, ang dami nilang napapadeliver sa easy online shop kasi may mga distributors tayo, pag dumating yung delivery through our online shop, magpapaselfie yan with the rider, papakuha sila, and makikita nyo consistently, tapos nagpo-post sila, another pay-in, another 15 heads, another 7 heads for this individual. Nung nag-office tayo, nung nag-open tayo sa office just a few weeks ago, maraming mga distributors na head office sa AIC Tower and bumibili ng packages. Magugulat kayo, nagsiselfie, pinopost nila sa Facebook. And these are the things na mame-measure natin na productive sila because number one, kung wala silang pay-in, hindi sila pupunta sa office para bumili ng products. So in other words, meron silang mga ginagawa, meron silang mga process, meron silang mga sistema, meron silang activity because the truth is activity drives production. But more importantly, before we even focus on being active or mga activity, bakit ba may mga tao na during the lockdown, during this period, mas naging productive sila? So these are the daily disciplines that one must develop to become productive. Kasi sa totoo lang ang pagiging productive, disiplina yan eh. Hindi lang yan yung Marami kayong mga probably mga uplines dito na tinuturuan nyo yung mga downlines nyo ng mga activity, pinush nyo na, minotivate nyo na para mag-create ng maraming activity, tinuruan nyo na at lahat. But at the end of the day, they never produce. At the end of the day, they never conduct the essential activities they need to do to build their network. And so bakit, kung activity lang, bakit hindi nagagawa ng distributors? And behind that is, before that activity kasi, before those activity, it's important na merong disiplina because bakit gagawin yung activity kung wala siyang personal discipline? So it's very, very easy to teach yung mga activities like for prospecting, presentation, meeting, closing, selling, follow-up, meeting after meeting. Ang daming activity, online presentation, mag-e-echo kayo and everything. So kung activity lang, dapat ginagawa ng distributors yan. Pero bakit may mga set of distributors, individuals or groups na mataas ang activity rate, yung iba naman walang activity? It's because yung iba walang tinatawag na discipline. No? And that's why I want to discuss today with you why it's important to have this daily discipline to develop, okay, or to create activity. And number one, you will be amazed, maraming mga naging productive na distributors during the lockdown or during this period because hindi nawala yung goal sa kanila. And in my survey, as far as I'm concerned, alam nyo, during the quarantine, ginawang bakasyon ng maraming mga tao yung quarantine. Of course, wala namang mali dun. Walang mali dun sa taking the chance to rest, taking this chance to, of course, spend quality time with your family, taking the time to take care of your health. Wala namang masama doon, but lagi kong sinasabi, kung during the quarantine, nagbakasyon ka, well, ang commission mo, magbabakasyon din. Because pag nagbakasyon ka, the sad part or ang downside niyan is that pag nasa vacation mode ka, ang goals mo, nakabakasyon din. Ang dreams mo, nakabakasyon din. Ang activities mo, nakabakasyon din. So, again, there's nothing wrong about taking this quarantine as a vacation or treating this as a vacation. But, if you take this quarantine purely as a way to rest, as a way para magsayang lang ng oras and everything, yan. So, I'm not sure if, okay, I'm here with you guys, but naputol kasi I think there was a disruption in the connection. But let me go back to what I was saying. Again, let's not just take this opportunity para magbakasyon. No? Yung nakaraan na, itong quarantine. Marami kasing mga distributors, maraming tao, syempre nanibago kasi bago sa atin itong quarantine bago sa atin yung naka-lockdown, nasa bahay lang. But unfortunately, a lot of people, nalimutan din nila yung goals nila. Nalimutan din nila yung tinatawag nating target. No? Nagbakasyon sila, so yung kanilang, dahil nasa vacation mode ka, yung mindset mo naka-vacation din, yung goals mo naka-vacation din, yung dreams mo naka-vacation din. And so, ang effect niyan, your mind never becomes creative anymore kasi nasa vacation mode. Kaya kung ang tanong is bakit maraming mga distributors despite the lockdown is mas productive pa sila, well, they never forget their goals. That's number one. No? Hindi nila nalimutan yung goal nila nung humahataw sila before the lockdown. Meron silang malaking goal sa sarili nila. Meron silang specific goal na gusto ma-target, whether amount ng money, amount ng income, whether sasakyan or material na bagay. Bago mag-lockdown, meron na silang goal for the last few years, few months. Nung nagkaroon ng lockdown, hindi nila nalimutan yung mga targets na yun. Hindi nila nalimutan yung goals na yun. Hindi nila nalimutan yung mga dreams nila during the lockdown. Kaya tuloy pa rin sila. So the message here is simple. And you have to be true to yourself that during the lockdown period, ano yung naging galaw mo? Kasi for us, maraming nakalimot sa goals. No? We forgot to set big goals. Nalimutan na nating i-pursue kung ano yung target natin, nalimutan na nating i-pursue, ituloy kung ano yung hinahataw natin before the lockdown. And kaya pagdating ng lockdown period for the last 70 days, 72 days, because they don't have goals, kaya walang activity. Because again, what drives activity is yung goal mo, yung meron kang kinukuha, yung meron kang gustong ma-attain, yung meron kang gustong ma-achieve. And simply put, goals means targets. Kaya itong may mga pay-in, itong may mga maraming mga binibili sa office, sa online shop natin, result na lang itong nakita nyo ng tinrabaho nila, ng hinataw nila, whether online or whatever system they have created. Kasi marami pa rin namang nakapagpa-pay-in ngayong lockdown, pero nakausap sila during the period na hindi pa naka-lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably may mga prospects na before the lockdown, nilatagan, nung nagka-lockdown, nakita nila yung importance ng may extra income, kaya nag-pay-in sila during the lockdown. But nevertheless, whether it's online or offline, at makikita kayong may production, yung mga iba yung nakikitang grupo like Crosslines or whoever, itong mga to, meron silang goals, meron silang target na gustong ma-achieve, kaya hindi nila nalimutang humataw. In other words, this should be a discipline for us where we should be aware of our goals palagi. And not just goals, no? Kailangan malaki, yung enough big goals, enough that you will be motivated. Huwag naman yung sobrang-sobrang laki na ma-overwhelm ka, na halos iisipin ng utak mo na imposible yan. But what I'm saying here is that the bigger the goal, the more invested you become. Kasi pagka yung goal mo, masyadong malaki na ma-overwhelm ka, yung mind mo sasabihin hindi mo makukuha yan. Pag masyado namang mababa or maliit yung goal mo, hindi ka na ma-challenge and you'll never become creative anymore. So, it's important na mag-set ka ng goal na tama lang, pero enough for you to be invested. Or the more you will invest on it, like mag-invest ka ng time, mag-invest ka ng effort, mag-invest ka ng galing, mag-invest ka ng knowledge, and mag-invest ka ng skills, because meron kang malaking goal. And I'd like to tell you that, you know, those who have produced during the lockdown, believe me, they never forgot their goals. And unfortunately, those people who did not produce during the lockdown and up to now, medyo mababa or wala kang production, believe me, the number one reason is that you forgot your goals. You forgot your target. Nanibago tayo sa lockdown, nandiyan nag-set in yung worry, nandiyan nag-set in yung anxiety, nandiyan nag-set in yung fear, yung doubt, like, you know, ano na kayang mangyayari sa akin, anong mangyayari sa Philippines, ano mangyayari sa downline ko, sa grupo ko. So kinain din tayo ng mga duda, kinain tayo ng paninibago because things are not like it used to be, no? They used to be. So nanibago, that's why marami sa atin, nalimutan na natin yung goals natin, and that's why the reason some people are not able to produce because wala silang target, nalimutan nila yung target nila. And some people, that's why may mga pay-in, malaki yung kanilang income kahit na may lockdown. It's because they never forgot their goals. They never forgot their big goals. In fact, magugulat kayo, and I'd like to commend, no, isa sa mga top distributors natin, si Rafael Vergara, because just a few days ago, bumili siya ng okay, let's just check first because wala siya. All right. All right. So let me just check if there is. Ayan. Ako ba? Tala. All right, we're back. So sorry for that. Sorry for the technical issues we're experiencing right now. Um, there. So as I was saying earlier, um, again, uh, it's very important that each and every one of us hindi dapat natin nalimutan yung goal natin, ano? Hindi dapat natin nalimutan yung target natin. And so that's why there are people that are productive, there are people that who are not productive kasi nagkakatalo yan dun sa goals nila. And again, let me just remind you that for you to become productive, it's very important na meron kayong target. No? Yung target, yan yung gusto nating makuha. Yan yung production na gusto mong makuha, gusto mong ma-achieve. Because if not, then, you'll never become productive. You'll never become really, you'll never become, as a leader, you never really become very effective pagka hindi mo nagagawa yung mga mag-produce, no? Hindi mo nagagawa yung enough activity. And again, kaya nagkakaroon ng enough activity na gustong kunin. That's why it's very important that hindi natin nalimutan yung goal natin. And aside from that, of course, it's have to have a goal, a big goal, and at the same time, a clear goal that will clearly define what your goals mean to you. Ibig sabihin, merong kahulugan, meron dapat kahulugan sa inyo yung goals ninyo. Merong attachment. Ibig sabihin ng attachment, yung may naka-attach na meaning. No? May naka-attach na dahilan kung bakit gusto nyong makuha yung goals ninyo, kung bakit importante sa inyo yung goals ninyo. Kasi if not, then, halimbawa, bakit hindi naman yung money ang nagpapahaligaya sa atin? Ano? Money in itself is just what? A piece of paper or what? Copper, kumbarya. But money in itself, paper yun eh, pero dapat may attachment siya na ano yung freedom na maibibigay ng pera na to. Kasi yung pera mismo, hindi na magpapaligaya per se. Kaya katotoo yung kasabihan na yung pera hindi magpapaligaya sa atin. Totoo yun, ang magpapaligaya sa atin kung ano yung nabibigay nung pera na yun. Halimbawa, nabibigay is, of course, freedom. Ang nabibigay ng pera is, of course, material na bagay, comfort ng buhay. Ang nabibigay ng material na bagay is, mga pagta-travel, pag-spend ng quality time with our family. Ang nabibigay ng money, for example, is the comforts of life, like masarap na pagkain and everything. And so, yun yung sinasabi ko. Very, very important na merong kaakibat na meaning kung ano man yung goal ninyo. Okay? Set clear goals. That's why meron siya kailangan meaning na naka-define. No? Define what your goals mean to you. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin? Bakit? Halimbawa, katulad ng kwento ko kanina, naputol ako kay Mr. Rafael Vergara. Can you imagine, lockdown, may pandemic, and yet, he bought his car ng cash. If I'm not Mustang, no? Ford Mustang na kulay orange kasi friend ko siya sa Facebook, nakikita ko. And so I'm very happy for him. Congratulations, Rafael, no? Rafi. But ang importanteng maintindihan doon is that this guy never stopped. Kasi goal niya na yun before pa magkaroon ng lockdown. This guy did not stop working, creating yung meaning ng pagkakaroon ng goal na to. That's one very important thing about that, yung clear sa kanya kung ano yung goal niya. Okay? Kaya naman during the lockdown, humahataw pa rin. Ayan, kabilang kulay orange na musta, which is very, very, which he is very, very happy with. Kaya, ano yung ibig sabihin ng pagkakaroon ng kotse sa kanya? In other words, yung meaning na ibibigay ng sasakyan na yun is more important than the car itself. Probably, para kay Rafael, it's a validation of his hard work, it's a validation of his sacrifice. Probably, meaning ng kotse na yun is a validation of his hard work, lahat ng mga pinaghirapan niya. So, kaya hindi humihinto. Kaya may mga taong, again, kahit na may crisis, kahit na merong ganitong lockdown, they are productive. Simply because yung target nila is not just important to them, but it is actually merong meaning yung target na yun. So, halimbawa, bakit gusto mong magkaroon ng maraming pay-in? Bakit gusto mong kumita ng 50,000 per month? Bakit gusto mong kumita ng 100,000 per month? Meron kang clear goal, meron kang goals, meron kang amount specific, pero para saan siya? So, more than the goal itself, dapat nakikita natin kung para saan siya. Kasi kung alam mo yung para saan siya, yung word na para saan is mas nagiging importante kaysa doon sa goal in itself. And that's why may mga tao na pag nag-set ng goal, tuloy-tuloy at hindi sila humihinto hanggat hindi nila nakukuha. Meron naman pag nag-set ng goal, kakataw ng konti, pero humihinto along the way. Ano ang difference? Pareho naman silang may goals. Ang difference nila is that yung isa, kaya tumuloy-tuloy, dun sa goal niya, kahit nahihirapan, kaya tumuloy-tuloy at hindi niya siya umitong, hindi niya tatapos, it's because malinaw sa kanya kung ano yung meaning pag na-achieve niya yung goal niya. Yung kabila naman, may goal pero huminto in the middle of the ball game kasi hindi malinaw sa kanya kung ano yung meaning ng goal niya. That's why there are some people pupunta sa gym and then sasabihin nila, I want to lose 20 pounds. May hindi humihinto hanggang hindi nila nalulose yung 20 pounds. Meron naman, sasabihin niya, 20 pounds, I want to lose weight, pero after a few weeks, nakaka 2 pounds pa lang na lose, humihinto na. Parehong goal itong kinukwento ko, pero magkaiba ng result. Simply because yung isa, mas clear sa kanya kung ano yung meaning pag na-achieve niya yung 25 pounds or 20 pounds na malulose niya. So in other words, we as entrepreneurs, it's very important that we are not just after the money, after the goal itself, but we should also be clear, it should also be clear to us what those goals mean to us. Dapat malinaw sa atin, hindi lang yung amount na gusto mo, kotse na gusto mo, travel na gusto mo. Dapat malinaw din sa atin, ano ba yung kahulugan nito sa akin pag nakuha ko siya. That's why, uulitin ko, that's why may mga taong productive during the lockdown, productive during this pandemic, simply because they did not forget their goals, they did not forget their target, because the truth is, people with goals, yung mga tao daw may goal, yung mga taong may target, they succeed because they know where they are going. Nagtatagumpay sila kasi alam nila kung saan sila pupunta. Nag-set ng direksyon, nag-set ng target. Kaya sila nagtatagumpay kasi alam nila kung saan sila papunta. And that's what we should be doing kahit na merong ganitong lockdown, may ganitong period na may pandemic, may mga limitations ang galaw natin. But this thing should never stop us from setting goals, setting big and clear goals, because the important about setting goals is that the mind becomes creative. Mas nagiging creative yung isip natin para mag-isip ng paraan, mag-isip ng ibang process, humanap ng iba't ibang mga ideas. Kasi merong yung mind mo, tinutulungan ka kasi may target siya eh. Pag wala siyang target, hindi ka tutulungan ng mind mo. So, that's one bad thing about it. That's why kailangan may target kasi tutulungan ka ng utak mag-isip. Pag wala kang target, hindi ka tutulungan ng utak mag-isip. So, that's what you should be doing. That's what each and every one of us should be doing. Kala natin ang pagkakaroon ng goal is just for hataw, activity, and everything. No, pagkakaroon ng goal is that the brain helps us. Tinutulungan tayo ng isip para mag-isip ng idea. Yung magkakaroon ka ng mga discernment, magkakaroon ka ng iba't ibang paraan, ng strategy, binibigyan ka ng isip mo ng ganoon pagka merong kang goal. Unfortunately, pag wala tayong ganoon, yun ang nagiging reason bakit hindi nagiging productive ang maraming mga tao. Alright? So, next thing is, to develop daily discipline, we have to know that every day matters. Know that every day matters, which means importante ang araw-araw. Ayan. No? Unfortunately for some people, no, we waste a lot of time within a day. We waste a lot of days within a month, and we waste a lot of months within a year. Importante to develop discipline, to be productive. Isipin mo na araw-araw importante. Hindi tayo pwedeng magsayang ng oras. Like, when I say know that every day matters, is that we take action daily in terms of building our network. Hindi tayo pumapayag na wala tayong kausap, hindi ka papayag na wala kang nalalatagan. During my heydays when I was doing networking as a distributor, alam niyo, pagkahapon na, mga bandang 3:00, 4:00, wala pa akong nakakausap. Whether personal prospect ko yan, customer ko yan, whether pa OPP ng downline ko, pa whole party ng downline ko, or whether yan is may ipapakausap sa akin, may ipapa-A sa akin. Ang mga bandang 3:00, 4:00 na ng hapon, wala pa akong nakakausap. Hindi ako mapakali. Because na-develop sa akin yung discipline na dapat meron akong kinakausap everyday. And that should be a part of our nature as entrepreneurs. Naghahanap dapat tayo ng hataw araw-araw, no? Yung saksakan mo yung sarili mo ng maraming hataw, ng maraming activities every day, because yun yung trait natin as entrepreneur, hindi tayo nagsasayang ng oras. So, sa mga laro, whether it's sports or business, we have to understand, kahit nung nag-aaral tayo, na pag malapit na yung deadline ng project natin, for example, malapit na yung pagpapasa ng mga cases natin or whatever project, or pag malapit na yung examination natin, dahil na yung finals, we know that every day matters, kaya tayo nagre-review araw-araw papunta doon sa day na yun. Ibig sabihin natin yung importance ng hindi tayo nagsasayang ng araw, nagsasayang ng oras, kasi may deadline. Malapit na yung deadline ng ipapasang project, malapit na probably yung thesis mo, probably championship. That's why you need to practice every day. Makikita niyo mga athletes, pag malapit na yung kanilang competition, pag malapit na po yung kanilang laro, pag palapit yung laro, pa-intense yung kanilang practice. They cannot miss a day's practice. And importante yun, dapat nakikita natin na yung araw-araw na sinasayang natin, nakakadagdag to sa araw ng pagtagal sa pagkuha ng mga pangarap natin. So I hope you get that meaning, that every day that you waste your time, every day that you waste, up to the days that take you longer to get your goals. Kaya yung mga araw-araw na sinasayang mo, pumapatong yan sa dulo. Napatagal ka ng patagal sa pagkuha ng goal mo. So never miss to do a lot of activities daily, because as entrepreneurs, katulad ng sinasabi ko, yan yung importante sa atin. Take action every day, by percentage, and a lot of you already know this. In terms of efficiency, sabihin na natin sa isang buwan, meron kang 25 days para humataw, lalong-lalo na sa mga full-time na nakikinig. No? Let's say from day 1 up to day 25. Hindi ko na isasama na yung ibang Sabado-Linggo. Let's just say that we have networking days, imbis na 30 days, sabihin ko na lang 25 days for computation purposes. So in other words, sabihin na natin pagka sa isang buwan, naka 25 days na hataw ka straight, 100% mo ginawa yung business mo. Okay? So ang ratio natin, 25 days is equivalent to 100%. So madali lang ang computation. Kung 25 days is 100% efficiency, 4%. Kasi 25 days is to 100%. And the 1 day is equivalent to 4%. Kasi 4%, 4% na 25 days is equal to 100%. So kada araw, ibig sabihin, sa loob ng 25 days na yun, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%. Pag naka 25 days ka, Yung 4%, 100% yung. Kaya ang bawat araw, ibig sabihin, ay 4%. Now, bakit ko sa inyo sinasabi to? Kailangan ng mindset mo every time or every day na hindi ka umahataw sa business mo, na hindi mo ginagawa yung empowered consumerism activity mo, nawawalan ka ng 4%. Pag 2 days ka na hindi humataw, 8% na nawala sa'yo. Pag 10 days ka na hindi humataw, that's equivalent to 4% losses. Kaya ganun ang equivalent ng 1 day. Every time na wala kang ginagawa 1 day, ladies and gentlemen, that's 4% losses. So what I'm saying is that if you want to become really successful in your business as entrepreneurs, you cannot merely exist. Because the truth is, many of us, many of our consumers, many of our distributors are just existing. Existing lang sila, hindi humahataw, nandiyan, hindi rin naman nagko-quit, hindi rin naman nawawala sa business, hindi rin naman naglalaylo. Basta nandiyan lang, pero ang tawag doon, they are just merely existing. Guess what? As entrepreneurs, let me tell you, bilang Bishante, as leaders, you cannot merely exist. You have to make things happen. And when I say make things happen, hindi ka naghihintay ng pakausap ni downline, hindi ka naghihintay ng pa-meeting ni upline, hindi ka naghihintay ng patawag ng company, hindi ka naghihintay ng mga activities, but rather, you create activities. You make things happen. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng you don't merely exist, because most of us, we just merely exist. When I say exist, wala kang goal, you don't plan, you don't create, you don't look for activities, you don't talk to your prospects every day, you don't talk to your leaders, you don't talk to your upline, you don't talk to your downline. Existing ka lang. And well, I'd like to tell you that you can never become successful in this kind of business. Who become successful here are those who make things. Ito yung mga humahatap, ito yung mga gumagawa ng paan, ito yung mga gumagawa ng solusyon. Hindi sila part ng problem, but they are part of a solution. These are people who are really there. And every day, the best thing you can do to yourself is yung tinatawag nating show up every day. You have to show up to your business every day. Dapat lagi kang present. Yung iba kasi laging absent, no? And the first rule of business is show up. So hindi naman kailangan physically showing up dahil nga may social distancing tayo, meron tayong limitation ngayon. But when I say show up, is that you do your business. You are there every day in the morning, when you wake up, meron ka nang gagawin. And naka-mindset ka na importante yung araw-araw at hindi ka nagsasayang ng oras. So my message here is, if you want to develop, personal discipline about being productive and achieving your goals, kailangan labanan mo yung sarili mo na gumawa ng activity. Ibig sabihin, huwag ka tamarin. Ibig sabihin, huwag ka mag-exist lang. Humataw ka. Make things happen. Be a creator. Maging creative ka. Maging creator ka. Huwag kang maghintay. That's what I mean when you say, do not merely exist. Because if you merely exist, lilipas lang ang araw, before you know it, ang dami ng nasayang na panahon. And we don't want to waste a lot of time because, again, we are not getting any younger anymore. Hindi naman na tayo bumabata. And maraming mga taong naghihintay ng ating result. So, your success in this business is actually in your hands. Nasa kamay mo ang pagtatagumpay sa negosyo ko because nasa yan kung gagawin mong productive yung sarili mo sa pang-araw-araw na ginagawa mo, yung business mo. And of course, another thing is, it's important that pag may sinimulan ka, pag may pinag-usapan sa grupo na ganitong plano ang gagawin, when you start the process, you can question it. You can't hesitate because if you want to develop daily discipline, don't argue with the plan. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Marami kasing mga tao, pabago-bago ang plano, pabago-bago yung kanilang hataw, pabago-bago yung kanilang strategy. Well, wala namang masama doon. Trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. Pero pag lagi kang nagsisimula, wala kang matatapos. So pag may sinimulan, let's say pinag-usapan ng grupo, ang direction natin ngayon is empowered consumerism. Ang direction natin ngayon is new branding, new lifestyle, new opportunity, new territory. Ang branding natin ngayon, empowered consumerism. Dapat pare-pareho, yun muna ang direction natin. Hindi yung, di ba, empowered consumerism na, pero ang latag mo pa rin, alliance in motion. Pag ang pinag-usapan, for example, sa grupo, because the best way to build your network and to do your business nowadays, of course, is online marketing or digital marketing. So again, if you are waiting for the period where everything will be back to the old normal, well, sino ba yung ayaw na bumalik na tayo sa old normal? No? Lahat naman tayo gusto yan. But with this kind of crisis, it's not gonna happen too soon. Hindi mangyayari kaagad yung gusto natin. All where we go to the office, we go to the mall, na puno ang restaurant, araw-araw ang seminar sa office, jam pack. Hindi ito mangyayari very soon because nga we are actually at the middle of a crisis. Hindi pa tapos tong crisis na to hanggat wala pang vaccine. What I'm saying is that we must be able to adapt to this new condition, and the best way for us to adapt to this new condition is to do everything virtually or to do everything online. Kaya ang plano ngayon na pinaka-effective na strategy is, of course, doing the business in terms of how you can continue. Ang tawag dyan, business continuity eh. So, the best way para mag-continue yung business mo ngayon, may disruption pagdating sa offline, pagdating sa field marketing, meron kasing disruption. Para magkaroon ka ng business continuity, kailangan makapag-adapt ka dun sa online because everything is, online because of this new condition. You look at the restaurants, karamihan sa kanila online ang ordering. Magpapadeliver na lang sa Grab, sa Lalamove, or sa Foodpanda. Karamihan ng mga entrepreneurs ngayon, sinisila yung business nila sa online para dun sila mag-marketing, dun sila magbenta. And because we are also nasa sales tayo, the best way for us to adapt to this new condition is, of course, dito sa bagong normal or new normal na to, is that we have to have online skills. So kung yun ang tinuturo ng grupo, yun ang direksyon ng grupo, huwag mo munang kalabanin, huwag mo munang pinabanggain. Sumabay ka na lang muna because what is important nowadays is yung tinatawag kong business continuity. And when I say business continuity, this means creating plans and processes and systems to ensure the continuation of business. So, ang ibig sabihin po ng business continuity is that tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung business mo kahit na merong disaster, kahit na merong crisis katulad nito. And the only way for you to continue doing the business is that online muna tayong pare-pareho. And that's why kailangan magkaroon ka ng online skills. Like for us, for the last few months, we've been doing sa management, we made sure na meron kayong business continuity at our side sa business ng AIM, sa management ng Empowered Consumerism, is that we made sure that there is a steady supply of products. We have protected the nerve center of the business. Ang nerve center kasi natin, products, payout system natin, which means, meron pa rin tayong daily payout. And we made sure na meron tayong daily payout, lalo na sa may mga ATM. Nagkaroon lang tayo ng disruption because of the check releasing of your check encashment kasi walang magpa-process since walang office. But unti-unti, meron na tayong 50% workforce now sa office. That's why you can encash your income, your commission through check encashment. Hindi na lang tayo ATM ngayon. One of the nerve center of the company is, of course, the IT system, yung infrastructure natin. What I'm saying is that at our end sa management, we made sure na merong business continuity. Madali kaming nag-adjust sa plan, sa strategy, because of the new condition. In other words, kung yung company nag-adjust sa new condition na to make sure na merong business continuity, ikaw din, dapat merong ganon. Meron ka rin plano to make sure na merong continuation yung business mo kahit na merong lockdown. Kaya nga meron tayong, fortunately, we were able to launch yung easy online shop natin bago mag-lockdown. That's why yung dito sa NCR, Metro Manila, lalo na, they've enjoyed the delivery system of the easy online shop. But we are hoping to duplicate this all over the Philippines as well. But what I'm saying is that katulad nun, pag nagplano kayo na ganito muna yung gagawin, hindi mo na kayo mag-office, wala mo ng mga hub, for example, online muna lahat, don't argue with it. Importante na kung gusto nyo magkaroon ng online skills, enhance nyo yung skills nyo, be creative. Mahirap kasi yung patalon-talo ng strategy, lalo kang walang matatapos. Take for example, if you want to go on a diet or you want to lose weight, you go to the bookstore and you will find the whole shelf of books, no, about keto diet, 6 o'clock diet, intermittent fasting. Ang dami-daming klase ng pagpapapayat. Pag ikaw pupunta doon at mamimili ka ng strategy, kapapayat at pipiliin mo lahat, wala kang matatapos. So yun yung ibig sabihin ng don't hesitate with the plan. If you plan to go on keto, keto ka muna. If it didn't work after 6 months, 1 year, saka ka mag-change. Hindi and fasting, and yun muna. Huwag muna mag-hesitate na iba muna. 6 o'clock diet naman, vegan muna ako, vegetarian. May direction si company, direction ng grupo, yun muna ang susundin natin. Wala munang argument. Until such time, probably after a while, that is not working anymore na, napansin mong hindi nag-work, that's the time you can change your plan. Pero nowadays, hindi muna hanggat hindi nyo pa na-enhance or na-master yung skills ninyo. So, don't argue with the plan. Importante, pag sinabi mo na mag-online ako, hahatawin ko to, ito muna ang gagawin ko, pagagalingin ko yung sarili ko sa skills, yun muna. Because the truth is, yan ang pasok na strategy ngayon. Kasi dalawa yan eh. Pag nag-offline ka, nag-field ka, yung prospect mo takot. Takot makapagkita, takot bumiyahe, takot din pumunta sa office. Pangalawa, ikaw din, syempre ayaw mo din ma-expose yung sarili mo sa infection. That's why the best way to have a business continuity, the best plan that we can have right now to make sure that there is business continuity is, of course, yung online marketing. And for now, that's our direction. Okay? Until such time, of course, that things go back to the old normal, ayan, pwede naman tayong mag-offline. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng adaptability. When I was starting this training a while ago about the importance of adaptability, everyone needs to adapt. Everyone needs to adjust. Everyone should be resilient when, until such time that this happens or this stops, itong nangyayaring pandemic sa atin. Another thing that's important that, you must do to develop a daily discipline, yung tinatawag nating, you have to have a mindset, no? Yung no matter what mindset. Ibig sabihin, dapat ma-develop mo yung no matter what. Kahit ano mangyari, okay? Hindi ako hihinto. Kahit ano mangyari, itutuloy ko to. Kahit ano mangyari, hahataw pa rin ako. Because for some, alam nyo, yung pandemic, ang daming na ipalabas nitong pandemic na to. Whether nailabas niya sa tao yung strength ng tao and nailabas niya rin yung weakness ng isang tao. But the more important thing is, in whatever condition, as entrepreneurs, kung gusto mong maging productive, meron kang no matter what mindset. Yung kahit na may pandemic, gagawa ko ng paraan para makapagpa-pay-in. Kahit may crisis, kahit hindi makalabas ng bahay, gagawa ko ng paraan para makausap ang prospect ko through a lot of mediums. Kasi ang dami ng mediums ngayon para mag-reach out to our possible prospects, mag-reach out to our downlines and leaders. Ang daming medium na pwedeng gamitin. So there is no such thing as, wala kang magagawa because maraming mga tao, maraming ding distributors, katulad na nabanggit ko kanina, lumabas yung strength, pero meron naman lumabas yung weakness. Yung weakness na, ano itong nangyayari, wala nang mangyayari sa akin, wala na akong magagawa, offliner ako, hindi na ako makakahataw, offliner ako, hindi ako marunong mag-online. So, lumabas yung weakness na pag-a-adjust. But as entrepreneur, alam naman natin na ang playing field, alam naman natin ang landscape nagbabago, no? Who would ever have thought na darating itong pandemic, darating itong crisis na ito na hindi lang tayo bilang entrepreneur ang tinamaan, but napakaraming tinamaan. Pero sa totoo lang, ang pinakamabilis na kapag-adjust, ang pinakamabilis na nakapag-adapt sa new condition na to, yung may mga entrepreneurship na spirit, yung may mga pagiging negosyante. Marami nawalan ng trabaho, isang inclination para mag-business, marami dyan nawalan ng trabaho, pero ngayon nagbebenta ng kung ano-ano. Nagbebenta sa kapitbahay, nagbebenta sa online, nagbebenta na kung saan-saan. Ibig sabihin yung mga ganung tao, meron silang no matter what mindset. Nawalan ng trabaho, pero ginawang paraan yun para ma-depress, manghina, but rather ginawa nilang paraan para lalo silang maging creative, para gumawa ng ibang solusyon para kumita. So kung ganun ang nangyayari sa maraming mga nawalan ng trabaho, ikaw, tayo na nasa empowered consumerism, we are more fortunate because meron na tayong dati pang opportunity. Meron na tayong marketing plan, meron tayong products, meron tayong infrastructure and everything. And may impact man yung pandemic, may impact man yung crisis sa atin, very minimal lang. Why I say very minimal? Because entrepreneur ka, you just need to adjust to this new condition where you can still continue doing your business. You can actually do the business from home. Kaya nga ang tawag sa atin, business from home, or we are individuals. We can actually work from home without having to go to our prospects and present them the business physically. We can actually sell our products without having to sell to our clients physically because na merong online. And because of the nature of our online business, ang tawag sa atin, we can work from home, or ang business sa atin, ang tawag, business, home business, or business from home. So, in other words, kung ikaw entrepreneur at isang leader ka na nangihina, kailangan nilang i-tweak mo yung mindset mo kasi tama na yung mundong ginagalawan mo. Kailangan lang magkaroon ka ng no matter what mindset. Kahit anong mangyari condition, kahit may pandemic, tuloy-tuloy. Saan yung mga naging sekreto ng mga leaders, distributors na hanggang ngayon, productive. Makikita nyo, binivideo nila yung mga katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, binivideo nila yung mga nakuha nilang result, binivideo nila yung mga pay-ins nila, binivideo nila yung mga nakakausap nila, and they post it in Facebook or they post it in social media. So, bakit ganon? Bakit may mga distributors na kung kailan pa pandemic saka lumaki yung income? Kasi meron silang no matter what mindset. Para sa kanila, pandemic lang yan. Ako, networker ako. Yung iba dyan, pandemic lang yan, COVID lang yan. Ako, may pangarap ako. So, yun yung tinatawag na no matter what mindset. And it's important that ikaw may pressure ka sa sarili mo. May pressure kang humataw, okay? Because you have to create pressure for yourself. Otherwise, nothing will get done kung pa-relax-relax ka, kung pa-exist ka lang. Kailangan ma-pressure kang mag-produce, ma-pressure kang maging productive. And to some people, pressure is bad. But of course, pressure is bad pagka sobra. Pero pressure is bad as well pag kulang. Ang importante, katamtamang pressure. Like, paano kung walang water pressure o di hindi aakyat ang tubig sa mga condominiums or hindi tatakbo ang tubig from the plant to our household, sa bahay natin, to our pipes or dun sa ating mga faucets, hindi lalabas ang tubig kung walang water pressure from the plant, sa planta. Ganun din ang gas, ganun din ang crude oil, ganun din ang mga kung ano-ano ginagamit natin because from the refinery plant, bago pumunta sa gasolinahan, ang gasolina, kailangan may pressure. Air pressure is the same. Maririnig nyo, may mga hydraulic pressure, may tire pressure. Can you imagine yung gulong kung walang pressure, paano tatakbo? Pagka naman masyadong mataas yung pressure, sasabog o matigas. Pag masyado namang mahina yung pressure, ano mangyayari? Yung malambot. Okay? So what is important is katamtamang pressure ang ilagay niyo sa sarili niyo. Kailangan nape-pressure ka na mag-create ng result, nape-pressure ka na may nagpo-push sa'yo. I'd rather say na may nagpo-push rather than pressure. So build a no matter what mindset. Ibig sabihin, you push yourself to create results. You push yourself to produce because ganun tayo as entrepreneur. Hindi tayo average na masa, hindi tayo average na tao. We are here to produce a result. And as I've said, it's important that, you put some kind of pressure to yourself to really produce. Ganun din naman, tignan nyo. Pagka tayo po ay, nagpapasa ng project, pag tayo po ay may deadline, nape-pressure tayo mag-aral, nagka-cramming tayo nung tayo college, nung tayo high school, pag alam natin malapit na yung exam. Pagka malapit na nating ipasa yung thesis, yung design natin, nape-pressure tayo and we produce results. So in other words, pressure is good. Pressure produces result. Okay? That's why, it's important that everyone is producing result. Kailangan merong pressure. Alright? And yan yung sinasabi ko kanina. Okay? Excuse me. Sabi ko, huwag maingay. Kanina ka pa maingay eh. Alright. Next. This is what I'm saying about pressure. Okay? May kwento sa, sa Africa. This is what I call the African proverb. Okay? Sabi sa Africa, every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. Yung gazelle po parang usa yan, usa. No? Pero mabibilis at saka mas payat sa usa. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fastest lion or it will be killed. Every morning, a lion wakes up. It knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. But ito yung pinakagusto kong sinabi niya. No? It doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you had better be running. So ang galing, sabi niya, yung gazelle naka-mindset, pagising sa umaga, alam niya na kailangan niyang mas tumakbo ng mas mabilis kaysa dun sa lion. Otherwise, kakainin siya ng lion. Pero yung lion, pag gumising, ganun din. Alam niya, naka-mindset siya na kailangan mas mabilis siyang tumakbo kaysa dun sa gazelle or wala siyang kakainin. Pero ang lesson dito, whether ikaw yung gazelle or ikaw yung lion, pag sikat ng araw, dapat tumatakbo ka na. Anong tawag doon? Pressure ang tawag doon. So whether you're a starting distributor or a leader na malaki na, whether marunong ka na o hindi pa, kung ano man estado mo sa buhay, lahat tayo may mga kinukuha, lahat tayo may goal, lahat tayo may babayarin, lahat tayo may mga kailangan gawin, lahat tayo may ini-enroll. Like now, June na naman. The important thing is, whatever stage or status you have in your life, when you wake up in the morning, when daytime comes, dapat tumahataw ka na. So yun yung lesson dito that everyone must learn, whether you're a big distributor or a small distributor or nagsisimula ka pa lang or whatever. Ang importante, alam mo yung role mo, alam mo yung goal mo, alam mo yung hataw mo. Alam mo na kailangan mas sumataw ka, kailangan mas mabilis kang tumakbo, mas mabilis kang mag-present. Otherwise, hindi mo makuha yung goal mo. So whatever stages we have, whatever status we have in our life right now, whether you're a gazelle or whether you're a lion, when daytime comes for you to work, when their time comes for you to work, para humataw, para mag-build, hataw. That's what I mean by pressure. Next is, of course, if you want to develop daily disciplines, that you must plan a routine. Dapat may routine kayo. Plan a routine that becomes automatic and normal for you. Ibig sabihin, kailangan maging normal. Sabihin, hindi yung go by the day. Yung lilipas na lang yung araw ng, wala kang nakaschedule. Ibig sabihin, dapat meron kayong pattern araw-araw. Whether pagising mo sa umaga, sinong ipa-follow up mo, sinong kakausapin mo, sinong prospect ang lalatagan mo, sinong leader ang itrain mo, kaninong grupo ka magpapamiting, sino ang ka-zoom mo mamaya para mag-goal setting. What I'm saying here is that kailangan meron kayong specific schedule every day. Hindi yung kung ano lang yung naisip nyo gawin, naisipan mo, magkano ako ngayon? Magbebenta ako ngayon o kaya mag-present ako ngayon. Pag naisipan mo bukas, wala, hindi mo na ako hataw ngayon, mag-Netflix muna ako ngayon. Tapos pag naisip mo na nakaalala ka na naman the following day kasi nagigilty ka, wala kang ginagawa, sasabihin mo naman, ay, tatawag ako kay upline ngayon. O ipa-follow up ko si downline bukas. Magulo. Alam niyo, pag magulo ka sa galaw, magulo rin na magiging result mo. So it's important na meron kayong daily schedule. And within that schedule, meron kayong routine. Kasi yung routine, pag naging routine na yung isang bagay, it never becomes hard anymore. Kaya dapat maging automatic sa inyo. Maging automatic yung latag. Maging automatic yung hataw. Maging automatic na sa inyo yung pag-present online. Maging latag na sa inyo yung mag-FB boosting or mag-organic care, it doesn't matter. Maging maging automatic na sa inyo yung pagtawag sa upline, pagtawag sa downline. In other words, kailangan may routine ka araw-araw. Pagising mo sa umaga hanggang sa matulog ka sa gabi, may paulit-ulit kang bagay na ginagawa araw-araw at nakaset na yun. Again, anong important doon? Ang important doon is it becomes normal. It becomes automatic for you. Kasi pagka hindi siya naging automatic, lagi siyang hard work. Pagka hindi siya naging normal for you, lagi siyang mabigat gawin. Ang importante yung routine na siya. No? Routine na. Ibig sabihin, pag hindi mo nagawa, hindi ka na mapakali. Parang kulang yung araw mo pag wala kang kinausap. Parang pagtututbrush lang dahil routine na yung pagtututbrush. toothbrush pagising o pag tulog sa gabi, parang may kulang. So, ganun din yung pagkakaroon nyo ng activity. Kailangan meron kayong routine that becomes a part of your life, that becomes a part of your activity, a part of your day-to-day activity, and it becomes a part of your normal, becomes your second nature, parte na ng buhay mo. So, tulad ng ginagawa natin ngayon, lahat tayo ngayon online, lahat tayo ginagawa virtually. So, ang challenge dyan is hindi ka tulad sa office, nagpupunta ka pa para magdala ng prospect o kaya yung makikita mo physically, yung grupo, makikita mo physically, yung may-ari, yung mga aide, yung mga advisor. This time, hindi mo siya magagawa ng ganun. So, you must plan, you must include your routine where you can communicate directly, lalo sa mga mentors ninyo para ma-motivate ka, ma-inspire ka. Okay? Isama nyo sa routine nyo yung lagi nyo kinakausap yung mga upline nyo para nabibigyan kayo ng update. Isama nyo sa routine nyo, of course, kinakausap ang mga downlines, nag-present online. Isama nyo sa routine nyo yung laging nagkakaroon ng meetings and everything. You just have to set your mind na ang pagkakaiba naman ngayon, sa totoo lang, is that nakikita mo physically yung audience mo. Ngayon, nakikita mo yung audience, yung kausap mo sa laptop o kaya sa cellphone. But everyone has to adjust to this. No? Ito na yung magiging routine natin for the next few months hanggang hindi po nagkakaroon ng vaccine. Ito na yung routine natin. Ang routine natin ngayon po online. Like kami sa management, ganun din. Every day, kahit na nagpupunta na kami sa office, may office operations na tayo, meron pa rin kaming routine pagdating sa online meetings namin. Like tomorrow, we shall have a online meeting with our international trainers. Sa Sabado, may ibang set na naman kami ng mga meeting. So, naging routine na rin sa amin yung lahat ng mga ginagawa naming meeting recently ay ginagawa na lang namin siya virtually. So, you have to plan a routine every day. Sino yung set na kausap mo, sinong leaders ang kausap mo, anong oras ka magpo-prospecting, anong oras ka mag-e-echo, anong oras ka magpa-follow up, anong oras ka kakausap ng mga leaders mo, anong oras ka mag-meeting, anong oras ka kakausap sa upline mo. And every day should be routine para wala ng effort on your part. That's the word about it. Yung hindi na sa'yo effort yung laging kumakausap or hindi na sa'yo effort yung ginagawa mong activity. Hindi na siya nakakapagod kasi routine na siya. Alright? And of course, alam naman natin, ang kakambal ng commitment, ang kakambal ng discipline is commitment. It's very important to follow through with what you started until the end. No? Ibig sabihin, hanggang sa matapos yung sinimulan mo, kailangan tapusin mo siya. And not only to do until the end, but to actually do it well. Yung total nandito ka na, galingan mo na. Hindi yung nandito ka nga, pero hindi mo naman ginagalingan, hindi mo rin nalabas yung best mo, sayang siya. So, ang commitment is very important because yan yung magpapatagal sa atin sa business na to eh. Yung commitment mo na hindi ka hihinto hanggat hindi mo natatapos yung karera mo or yung laban mo. Pero I want you to understand, guys, that do not just follow through and hindi lang ito yung tipong hindi ako hihinto hanggat hindi ko nakukuha yung goal ko, hindi lang ito yung hindi ako hihinto hanggat di ako nagiging GA, hanggat di ako nagiging Millionaires Club or Millionaire Circle, but at the same time, you do it well. When I say you do it well, yung craftsmanship mo, yung skills mo, ini-improve mo siya as time goes by. Yung ginagalingan mo. Hindi lang yung marami kasi mga distributors yung hindi nga humihinto. Mahataw nga, hindi ako hinto, hanggat di ko nakuha yung goal, pero hindi rin nila ginagalingan. Total, what I'm saying here is hindi kayo hinto, galingan mo na rin at the same time. Ibuhos mo na. Ayun nga yung lagi kong sinasabi sa NDO ko, pag nag-NDO ako dati sa office na, ilabas mo na lahat ng galing mo, ng anting-anting, ng bertud, lahat ilabas mo na lahat ng agimat mo. Total, nandito ka na eh. And the truth of the matter is that iba-iba kasing level ng buhay natin, every next level of our life will demand a different level of you. Parang nakikita nyo dito sa picture, nung una, ang level 1 parang tusok-tusok lang, ang level 2, ang hindrance niya, apoy, ang level 3, ang hindrance niya, mga iba-iba namang mga pointed object, ang number 4 na hindrance niya, mga sawa. So in other words, ito yung mga levels sa buhay that if you want to go higher in life, it will demand a different version and a better version of yourself. So minsan hindi tayo nakakapunta sa ibang level ng buhay natin kasi hindi rin natin ginagalingan, hindi rin tayo nag-i-improve. Parang sa laro lang yan na gusto mo magpunta sa level 10, nasa level 1 ka ngayon, madali. Games. Level 2, medyo mas madali. Medyo mas mahirap ng konti. Pero pataas ng level sa mga games, pahirap ng pahirap. And magdidemand yun ng mas mabilis na kamay, na pindot, magdidemand yun ng different technique, magdidemand yung game ng different timing, different move, or whatever, different strategy. Iba-ibang level will demand a different level of you in terms of your skills, in terms of your leadership, lalong-lalo na leadership, in terms of commitment, in terms of discipline, in terms of your skills, in terms of your knowledge. Iba-ibang level magdidemand ng different level of you. And the higher level you want to go, the higher or the more improvement, the more committed, the more leadership it takes, ladies and gentlemen, to get to that level that you want. So, kailangan maintindihan natin ito because minsan we question, may galing sa 100,000, gusto mo ng 200. Humahataw ka naman ng mga hataw pero hindi ka nagto-200,000. Or in other words, nagto-200,000 ka dati, ang goal mo naman 500,000 pero ang tagal mo makapunta sa 500,000. Ito yung example ko because katulad na sabi ko, kung ibang level ng income ang gusto mo, ibang level ng size ng grupo ang gusto mo, hindi pwedeng yung same hataw ang hinahataw mo. Kailangan probably doblehin mo. Hindi same leadership ang kailangan mo because to handle a number of people na pang 1,000, ibang skills na kailangan mo sa 2,000, sa 5,000, sa 10,000 na grupo. Of course, the bigger the group, mas challenging i-organize yan. But what I'm saying is that when you demand for more in life, life will demand more of you as well. Ganun kasimple. Kung ang hinahangad mo mas madami, mas mataas, ang buhay, maghahangad din, mag-demand din from you ng mas madami from you. So, in terms of your commitment, my question is, if you want to become productive in times of this crisis, is that ano ba yung naging level of commitment mo? Ano ba yung naging version mo? Okay? Because kung sabi ko, new normal po ito. It will demand a new level of you. Itong normal condition na ito, itong online ginagawa natin, it will demand different version of you. Kasi dati, madali lang. I mean, pag-ising mo sa umaga, maligo ka, pupunta ka na ng office, pupunta ka na sa branch, mag-meeting na kayo sa Jollibee, sa Starbucks, ng mga prospect mo, downlines mo, leaders mo. Ngayon, nakakapanibago pag-ising mo, nasa bahay. Ang challenge pag nasa bahay ka, whether you like it or not, ang bahay is our comfort. Full ng comfort yan abode ng comfort yan, bahay. Whether you admit it or not, kahit na gawin natin opisina ang bahay natin. Ang naka-mindset sa utak natin pag tinawag na bahay, ano yan pahingahan, comfort ko yan, bahay, yan yung aking safe place ko yan. Tapos ngayon, mindset mo yung sarili mo na hahataw ka, gagawin mong home-based yung business mo and everything. So it takes a different level of commitment. So the better or the faster you can adjust, the better for you. That's why I'm telling you, this kind of condition, this new normal will demand a different level of you, a different commitment from you, different level of leadership, the different level of skills from you. That's why kailangan we go up to the challenge. Kailangan harapin natin itong challenge na ito. Another one is that tawag na transformation during this process. This transformation is that, of course, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, challenge dahil from office, pag-isip mo sa umaga, maliligo ka, shower ka, pupunta ka na office, magko-commute ka, magdadrive ka, going to the office. This time, madaming adjustment, okay? Kasi nasa bahay ka lang. So, transformation na mangyayari. And your body and brain will do everything it can to resist change and growth. So, when you're trying to develop this kind of discipline, pag gumagawa na kayo ng routine ninyo, pag tinaasan mo na yung level of commitment mo, pag gumagawa ka na maraming activity mo, and or at the same time, dinidevelop mo na yung mga necessary discipline na katulad na pinag-usapan natin, know na magre-resist ang katawan at brain mo. Kasi nakadesign ang brain, nakadesign ang utak na mag-conserve ng energy. Gagawin niya ang lahat para makapag-conserve siya ng energy. Kaya pag may bago kang gagawin, natural na tatamarin ka. Halimbawa, kung dati hindi ka sanay magbasa, bigla ka magbabasa ng libro, you will find yourself, because of this transfer, pasok yung binabasa mo. Kasi nga, si brain hindi naman sanay magbasa. So, ang ginagawa niya, nire-resist niya yung change na ito. Nire-resist niya itong transformation. Ang importante doon is that maging aware ka na normal yung nararamdaman mo. Normal yung nararamdaman mong tinatamad ka minsan. Normal yung nararamdaman mong gusto mo lang mahiga maghapon, manood ng TV. Normal yung ayaw mo mag-exert ng effort. Normal yung nawawalan ka ng commitment. Kaya lang, dahil meron tayong ganitong klaseng training, dapat aware ka na, ay, teka muna, ito pala yun, no? Medyo tinatamad ako, kailangan labanan ko to. Oh, nagiging complacent ako. So, nagkakaroon ng awareness. Because, you also have to accept, kailangan tanggapin mo rin yung pagiging tao mo. Ang tawag ko dyan, you also have to accept your humanity. Yung tayo as humans, may tendencies tayo, marami tayong tendencies. Hindi mo naman i-deny sa sarili mo yun. Ang importante doon, meron kang awareness, nakikita mo yung sarili mo. Okay? Parang na-separate mo yung awareness mo sa sarili mo na, teka muna, nagiging tamad ako, nagiging unproductive na ako. O teka muna, nagiging masyado na ako madrama sa buhay, teka muna. Ibig sabihin, meron kang awareness na kaya mong tapikin yung sarili mo. Yan, yun yung importante. Kasi as leaders, ito yung panahon na hindi mo pwedeng iasa sa ibang tao yung motivation mo. Kasi nga, nasa bahay lang tayo. We are limited by, yung transportation, yung quarantine, we are limited by this pandemic. So ito yung best time na wala kang mahihingan, hindi naman sa wala, but, kailangan ito yung panahon na ma-develop mo yung sarili mo na through yourself, kaya mong i-develop, kaya mong i-motivate, kaya mong palakasin, kaya mong i-push yung sarili mo. Ito ngayon yung panahon na yun. Hindi ngayon panahon ng pag-iinarte, naghahanap ka pa ng magpupush sa'yo. Hindi panahon to ng pag-iinarte na maghahanap ka pa ng upline mo na laging magfa-follow up sa'yo. Hindi ganun to. Ito yung panahon na nag-i-step up dapat tayong pare-pareho because lahat ng tao may pinagdadaanan. You cannot ask, you cannot, depend your motivation, you cannot depend your activity sa ibang tao, dapat nakadepend sa sarili mo yan. So, may transformation na mangyayari, okay? But during this transformation that you are developing your personal discipline, it's also very important that you are aware of this para, nalalabanan mo siya. Yun ang importante doon, katulad na sabi ko kanina, natatapik mo yung sarili mo kasi aware ka na tinatamad ka, aware ka na nagiging complacent ka, aware ka na hindi ka productive, aware ka na natutulog ka na lang lagi, aware ka na you should be also aware that your upline is, or your leaders are also looking into you. Tinitignan rin yan. So, dapat maging conscious ka na may mga taong naghihintay na mag-grow ka. May mga taong gustong mag-bloom ka. So, yung level ng awareness na to is very important to develop daily kinds of daily activities. And another important thing, yung kadugtong nitong number 8 is, of course, itong go above feelings. That even if your feelings tell you that you are tired and you are stressed, you are alone, even if you are feeling down, you have to go above that feelings. Yung malabanan mo siya, yung mas tumaas, yung hindi yung ikaw ang mag-handle ng emotions mo or feelings mo rather than your feelings dictating kung ano yung galaw mo. Because for most people, lalong-lalo na yung dinidevelop pa lang na yung leadership nila, di pa sanay. Pero sa mga leaders, normal sa atin ito, yung ikaw yung nagdidictate ng pakiramdam mo, hindi yung pakiramdam mo ang nagdidictate sa'yo. So, even if your feelings tell you that you are tired, kahit na sinasabi ng katawan mo na pagod ka na, kahit na, nai-stress ka sa mga nangyayari, kahit feeling mo mag-isa ka, kailangan malabanan mo yung feelings na ito. Ang tawag dito is going above the feelings, no? Ako, I regularly work out. Kahit na walang gym, ang ginawa ko, bumili ako ng dumbbells, bumili ako ng yoga ball para kahit pa paano may continuity yung fitness. So minsan hindi mo maalis dahil iba talaga yung nagpupunta ka sa gym na nakabihis ka, naka-all gear up ka, tapos iba yung equipment sa gym, iba yung mindset pag nasa gym siya. Kaya pag nasa bahay, nakakatamad magbuhat kasi nandyan lang naman.
But the important thing is, kailangan malabanan mo siya eh. Kailangan labanan ko yung feeling na nakakatamad, labanan ko yung feeling na masakit sa katawan, labanan ko yung feeling na nakakapagod. And ganun ang gustong maging productive sa buhay. If you wanna produce result, hindi ka sa feelings naka-based ka dun sa resulta na gusto mong makuha. And that's what I'm saying about those people who, after all, na merong pandemic, kahit na merong crisis na ganito, hindi bumaba yung production nila because they never depended on their feelings. No? Hindi sila nakasalalay sa feelings nila. Nakasalalay sila, nakatingin sila doon sa resulta na gusto nilang makuha. And so, to develop daily disciplines, hindi tayo dapat maging feelings. Yung orientation natin nasa feelings. Yung bang tipong hahataw ka pag feel mo, hahataw ka pag feeling mo, masipag ka, hahataw ka pag feel mo, malakas ang energy level mo. Mahirap maging negosyante na nakabase ang galaw mo sa pakiramdam. Paano kung pakiramdam mo matulog? Paano kung pakiramdam mo masakit ulo mo? Paano kung pakiramdam mo manood ka na lang ng Facebook? So, napaka-random ng pakiramdam. Ang daming pwedeng gawing comfort pag pakiramdam ang uunahin o susundin natin. Ang topic na ito, ibig sabihin, kailangan kahit na may ganun kayong nararamdaman na tinatamad o kaya gusto na lang manood ng TV o kaya nasa bahay na lang, na huwag na lang kausapin. Ang importante, nalalabanan siya. Okay, you go above these feelings because, again, pag yung feelings ang nag-dictate ng galaw natin, wala tayong matatapos. And if you feel that you're actually struggling, ito naman sa mga feelings na, walang nangyayari o kaya naman feeling mo nag-iisa ka or not even an inch gumagalaw yung network mo or nag-grow. Sometimes when you're in the dark, ang sabi nga, when you're in a dark place, you think that you've been buried, but actually, you've been planted. Minsan, alam mo yun, sa buhay, ilalagay ka ng buhay sa struggles eh. Madilim, malungkot, nag-iisa ka, pero hindi mo alam, dinidevelop pala yung strength mo na struggle. No? Yun lang yun. Ibig sabihin, imbis na isipin mong ikaw ay, pinahihirapan, isipin mo ikaw ay pinalalakas ng mga struggles na to. So, mindset yan eh. Ang mga nagiging successful sa business natin, yung magaling mindset ng mga sarili nila. So, if you're alone, if you feel that you're struggling, if you feel that, you're doing everything and nothing is happening, then you just have to think that, yung strength mo, yung pinalalakas ka lang ng struggles na to. Sinasanay ka lang sa challenges para yung mga muscles mo lalong ma-develop. Kasi pag na-develop na yung mga muscles mo, yung mga capital mo, yung mental capital mo, emotional capital mo, of course, yung physical capital mo, pag malakas ka na, mga bagay na ito, mas nagiging ready ka for success. So, the important thing is, as leaders, entrepreneurs, we go above our feelings. Yung hindi tayo nagpapadala sa kalungkutan, hindi tayo nagpapadala sa mga rejection, sa discouragement, sa kahinaan. Yan ang importante. Right? And of course, resist the brain. Ito yung pinaliliwanag ko kanina. Success requires constant hard work and fighting against comfort and instant pleasures. Dahil ang hanapin ng utak natin, comfort, instant pleasure, nakadesign, nakadesign yung utak natin na maghanap ng comfort. Kaya, i-resist nyo siya, lalabanan nyo siya. Okay? And ang kailangan maging mindset ng isip natin, yung tayo'y humahataw, tayo'y may hard work, may pain. No? Because the truth is, pagka may growth, pag nag-grow ka, may pain eh. Hindi naman pwedeng walang pain. Every stage in our lives na nag-grow tayo, merong kaakibat na pain po ito. And i-mindset mo yung sarili mo i-mindset mo yung brain mo na kasama ito. Okay? It's a price you have to pay. And that's hard work. And it means constant. Kailangan ang pagiging successful, ang pagkakaroon ng production, ang pagiging productive means constant, no? Consistency. Hindi ka naman magiging mayaman ng isang beses na hatawan lang eh. Ang pagiging mayaman, success means consistency. The small things that you do every day, yan yung mga nagka-count ng malaki when you all sum it up. Pag sinuma total mo, ang mga magka-come up na nag-contribute ng success mo, yung mga maliliit na bagay na ginagawa mo araw-araw. So, instead, kaya ako gustong itapik to sa daily discipline because katulad na banggit ko kanina, ang daling magkaroon ng comfort sa mga tahanan natin kasi nga nakadesign ang brain natin, ang acceptance niya sa bahay, comfort eh. Pag nasa bahay ka, yung relax mode. Pag nasa bahay ka, yung kahit ano suot mo, kahit ano itsura mo, okay lang. Kasi comfort mo yan eh. Andyan yung pleasure eh sa bahay. But now that we're turning our home into our base, nagiging base na natin ang mga bahay natin ngayon, kailangan labanin mo yung resistance eh. I mean, kailangan magkaroon ka ng resistance sa temptation na, matulog, kumain, mag-browse sa Facebook ng kung ano-ano, yung magsayang ng oras, mag-Netflix. Again, hindi masama to. No? Itong mga sinasabi ko, ito naman talagang routine natin sa bahay. Pero dahil sa kadahilanan that we're turning our home into na business, dito natin ginagawa yung business, kailangan magkaroon ka na ng mentally, magkaroon ka na ng space na ito yung galaw ko pag nag-online ako. Ito yung galaw ko pag nasa lamesa ako at hawak ang laptop ko, hawak ang phone ko. Ito ang magiging kumbaga, place ko. Ito yung mentally, ito yung space ko, ito yung place ko where this is a part of my house but this is my base where I will do my business seriously. Na pag ikaw umupo sa space na yan, ikaw nandiyan, hindi ka na basta-basta matitempt na, mag-relax, hindi ka na matitempt na basta na lang makipaglaro sa mga bata because there's time for that. Hindi ka na lang basta-basta matitempt na mag-chismis sa Facebook, hindi ka na lang basta-basta matitempt na manood ng TV, kumain, nang wala sa oras or whatever. Meaning, you have to create a space mentally, sa bahay na pag ginagawa mo yung business sa loob ng bahay mo na ito, para ka ring seryosong negosyante na nasa labas. Kung ano yung galaw mo bilang seryosong networker na nasa labas ka, dapat maging galaw mo sa space na sinasabi ko dyan sa bahay nyo. I don't mean physical space. I mean mental space. No? Mentally, kahit nasa dining table ka or nasaan ka man, pag sinabi mo sa sarili mo na ito ang space ko para gawin yung business ko, meaning lahat ng instant pleasure, wala mo nang makakapasok dito. Lahat ng comfort, labas muna kayo. When I go outside of this space, that's the time I can entertain pleasures and comfort. But as I'm sitting here and doing my business, this is my base, this is my business, then no amount of temptation about lying around, sitting down, being comfortable and just relaxing, no amount of those temptations can stop me from conducting my business seriously. So yun dapat yung natitrain natin yung isip natin. Kasi walang problema pag composed ka, nag-wasting your time, kumakausap ka, pagpupunta ka doon, nagdadala ka ng prospect kasi naka-mindset ka na negosyo mo yun. Ang challenge ngayon yung negosyo natin, ginagawa natin sa bahay na comfort zone natin. So that you have to draw a line between that, no? Yung kailangan makadraw ka ng linya sa loob ng bahay where you are serious and where you are really comfortable. So resist the brain, okay? Pagka nandiyan kayo sa comfort zone mo, resist the brain. Kasi totoo yan, nakakatamad. Lalo na malapit na naman magtag-ulan. Pag tuwing hapon, makulimlim. Ang sarap ng hangin, malamig, ang sarap matulog. Pero paano kung panahon ng meeting, panahon para prospecting, panahon para conference call, mag-Zoom with your group, o kaya panahon para maglatag or mag-echo. So, dapat ma-resist ng brain yung mga pleasures, ma-resist ng brain yung mga comforts na yun. Kasi, again, you have to go above the feelings. Your the result rather than our feelings, because kung yung feelings ang magdidictate ng galawan natin, walang mangyayari sa atin. And finally, of course, it's very important to find pleasure in the hard work. Huwag niyong i-treat yung hard work na masama, na mahirap. No? I-treat niyo na yung hard work ay masarap. I-treat niyo yung, kasi ang brain, naka-design siya to find pleasure over pain. Kaya pag yung hataw, ang inattach niyo sa hataw, mahirap, painful, iiwasan ng isip mo yun. Lalo kang hindi magiging creative. Pero pag inattach mo dun sa hataw mo, inattach mo dun sa ginagawa mo, yung pag-network mo, pag-build mo, napupuyat ka kasi baliktad ang oras from your overs sa downline or sa Africa, balik ang oras. Kung may madaling araw, dun ka umahataw, dun ka nag-online, masakit sa mata and everything, masakit na yung likod mo, uncomfortable ka, you find pleasure in doing that para ang acceptance ni brain dun sa ginagawa mo kahit mahirap, hindi niya i-resist kasi pleasurable para sa kanya. So, yan yung study, no? Kung bakit marami mga taong nahihirapang mag-quit sa smoking because they have trained their mind ng smoking pleasure. Eh si mind, addict siya sa pleasure eh. So, kahit na alam nating masama yung pag-smoke, it can cause cancer, it can cause a lot of diseases, people still smoke because smoking. Kung yun nga yung masama, na turn ni brain into something pleasurable, yun pa kaya paghataw natin. Eh yung paghahataw natin, ano lang ba naman yung mapuyat ka, ano lang ba naman yung magutom ka, malipasan ka ng gutom, sumakit yung likod mo sa kakaupo, ano ba naman yung sumakit yung mata mo, ano ba naman yung ma-reject ka. In other words, networking business should be interpreted by your brain as something that is pleasurable for it. Kailangan ma-interpret ni brain, masanay si sarili natin na ang pag-network ay something na pleasurable. Para, again, gagawin lahat ni brain para, gawin siya. Hindi niya i-stop, hindi niya pahihintuin yung sarili mo sa kakahataw kasi the brain itself is addictive to pleasure, pleasurable sa kanyang pag-network. So, hahanapin niya yun. So, that's the message about this that we have to develop. Hindi yung paggising mo, hahataw na naman, mag-network na naman, paggising mo, ang sama-sama na loob mo sa pag-open ng laptop, ang sama-sama na loob mo sa paggamit ng cell, ang sama-sama na loob mo sa pag-usap ng upline. No? Pero pag tinanong ka, gusto mong yumaman? Oo naman, gusto kong yumaman. So, hindi naka-align. So, ang importante po doon ay tayo mismo, kailangan ma-develop natin yung mindset na itong ginagawa natin ay masaya, maganda, masarap, pleasurable, para hindi nire-resist ng katawan nyo yung paghataw. To those people na mabigat sa inyo yung pag-network pero gusto nyo magtagumpay, hindi nyo nalagyan ng attachment. Hindi naka-attach yung pleasure sa pag-network. Ang tingin ninyo sa pag-network, mahirap. Ang tingin nyo sa network, hataw. Ang tingin nyo sa network, sa pag-network, sa presyo. Kaya mabigat lagi sa katawan, mabigat sa loob, yung pag-build. So, if there are people here who are experiencing that, i-start nyo na gawing pleasurable. I-mindset mo yung sarili mo, i-rewire mo yung utak mo na itong ginagawa mo ay pleasurable. Masarap, maganda, gusto ko to, enjoy, fulfilling ito, pleasurable ito. Para hanggang masanay siya, para pagdating ng panahon, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, pag na-wiring mo na yung brain mo about that, hindi na mabigat sa loob mo yung pagkakausap ng tao, yung wala ka ng fear. Bakit maraming tao enjoy sa kanila yung pagkakausap ng stranger, while iba naman dyan, takot na takot? Kasi yung mga enjoy sa pag-approach ng mga stranger, na-develop na nila na yung pag-approach ng stranger ay pleasurable sa utak. That's why they are comfortable doing that. While doon naman sa mga laging takot ma-approach, na-develop nila yung idea na pag nag-a-approach, nakakatakot kasi marireject. So, ayaw ni brain. So, that's why may makikita kayong mga tao na ang pag-network sa kanila masaya, magaan. On the other hand, meron namang mga tao nag-network, ang bigat, no? Mahirap. Kasi magkaiba ang wiring, magkaiba yung pagkaka-mindset nila sa sarili nila. So if you want na maging magaan sa inyo yung paghahataw, pag-network, yung enjoy ang pag-network sa inyo, you find pleasure in the hard work. Yung nag-enjoy ka. Maraming mga nag-gym, no? Na kahit na masakit sa katawan, masakit sa muscle, pag nagbuhat ka ng weights na mabibigat, nag-gym ka ng seryoso, nag-workout ka ng seryoso, the following day, ang sakit sa katawan yan kasi ang muscle nagsusore, nabugbog, na-worn out yung muscle, so kailangan niya mag-recover. Kaya pag napunit ang muscle, ang sakit. Pero magugulat ka naman, bakit maraming mga weightlifters, maraming nag-gym, gustong-gusto nila na sumasakit yung katawan nila. It's because na, yung pain, yung sakit ng katawan, na-treat ni brain yun na pleasurable na. Nagets nila? Yung na-treat niya, ang acceptance niya dun sa sakit ng katawan, although pain siya, ang acceptance ni katawan ng katawan, ang acceptance ni brain dun, this is good, this is awesome, this is so nice. Kaya magugulat ka sa mga nag-gym. Pag hindi sila nag-gym, sasabihin, no, namimiss ko yung sakit sa katawan, namimiss ko na yung back sore ko, namimiss ko na yung ang sakit-sakit ng muscle ko. Magugulat ka, masakit, pero ba't nila namimiss? Kasi they found pleasure in doing so. They found pleasure in what they do. Sa AIM, ganun din. Merong mga distributor, enjoy na enjoy nila, pero magugulat ka, hindi ba ang hirap-hirap? Bakit enjoy na enjoy kaya siya? Magkaiba ng mindset. That's what I'm saying. So if you wanna, yung gusto nyo mag-enjoy, gusto nyo maging magaan pag network, yung mas maganda yung pasok sa inyo, I'm telling you, enjoy the process. That's the way to do it. Kasi kung mahirap na nga, tas itatrato pa ng isip mo na mahirap, dobleng hirap, ayaw talaga ang katawan. Parang sa pag-gym, mahirap na nga yung binubuhat, nakakahingal na nga, ang bigat na nga, tapos ayaw pa ito, marami magkukwit talaga sa pag-gym. Pero kung mahirap, masakit sa katawan, masakit sa muscle, pero ito, tanggap niya, gusto niya, pleasurable para sa kanya, gaganda ang katawan noon. Same na same sa pag-network. Parehong-pareho, walang pagkakaiba. It's just a matter of us being able to develop the necessary disciplines for that. Unfortunately, we tend to forget. That's why I encourage everyone, every time na may easy talks po, lagi kayong makikinig, lagi kayong mag-attend virtually. Kasi you need to be reminded, no? I mean, ako, hindi naman original na galing sa akin itong training na to. I researched, okay? Ang ginagawa ko when I develop a module, pinagsasama-sama ko yung mga librong nababasa ko and of course put in my experience in the module. Pero pag nagbabasa ako, when I create trainings, nare-remind din ako eh. So, doon ko na-realize na kahit na alam mo na, kahit na marunong na kayo, iba pa rin yung nai-remind sa'yo. Iba pa rin yung may nagre-remind sa inyo, whether it's a form of training, whether it's a form of books, whether it's in the form of your uplines or mentors or coaches. It's very important na merong mga reminders. And those reminders, katulad ng sabi ko, pwede nyo makuha sa mga training na ganito, sa Easy Talk. Pwede nyo makuha sa mga meeting nyo sa uplines nyo. Pwede mo makuha sa mga libro. Ang importante lang, meron kang ginagawa to be reminded. Ang problema sa lahat, may lockdown na nga, may crisis na, wala ka pang effort, wala ka pang initiative, and then dun ka mawawala sa landas, hanggang sa mawalan ka na ng gana. Kasi may evolution din naman ng pagkukwit. Hindi naman nagkukwit bigla ang tao. May evolution yan eh. May naramdaman mo na siya, or may naisip mo na siya. Either way, may negative na naisip or mayroong negative na naramdaman. Tapos hindi nagpunta sa office o hindi kinausap ang upline. Hanggang sa kinatamaran na. Hanggang sa nawala na yung belief level, hanggang sa nalimutan niya na yung goal niya, hanggang sa nakita niya, okay lang hindi mag-aim, hanggang sa hindi niya makita na, hanggang makita niya na hindi na important yung global analytics, saka mag-quit na. So, ang sinasabi ko dito, merong process, merong evolution kung bakit nagkukwit, nawawala ang tao, hindi naman ganun eh. Labanan natin yung para hindi tayo umabot sa ganung klaseng evolution. That's my message here. And one thing para hindi ka mawala, hindi mawala sa yung goal mo, hindi mawala yung gana mo, is that enjoy ka sa ginagawa mo. You found pleasure in what you do because the brain will continue doing what it does if nag-e-enjoy siya. Pag hindi siya nag-e-enjoy, iiwasan niya. So, i-rewire natin yung brain that sabi ko, to find pleasure in our hard work. Kahit mahirap siya, kahit may sacrifices, kahit may struggle, kahit na, nakaka-drain emotionally, nakaka-drain mentally. I-attach natin yung pleasure to those kind of experiences for us not to give up. That's the thing about it. Yun yung word doon, para tayo hindi mag-give up. hanapan natin ng pleasure yung process na pinagdadaanan natin. So, I hope that everyone who is listening, okay, right now, you'll be able to get something from this, and at the same time, also, for those who have never, sa grupo ninyo na hindi naka-attend, I hope na you're able to share this with them because, again, importante may mga reminders. Although ito naman, naka-post lang ito sa Facebook page natin, sa Alliance in Motion Facebook page. Recorded naman to. You can always go back here, and at the same time, also encourage your group who missed this training probably because meron silang ibang ginagawa ngayon or may kausap sila or may iba silang activity. Just go back to the past trainings, not only this, but to the trainings of some other trainers. We have good trainers in the lineup. Because again, you as leader, you have to do your part sa mga downlines mo to always remind them. Kasi ang one of the best things aside from production na pwede mong gawin ngayong lockdown is to be able to keep your people, makip natin yung mga downlines natin. One way of keeping is of course training, keeping them updated, keeping them motivated, keeping them updated. And buti na lang meron tayong easy talks regularly katulad nito where kung hindi ka man makapanood ng live, at least you can go back and watch this with your group and also brainstorm. Pinakamaganda mangyari yung team nyo, magkaroon kayo ng Zoom meeting maya, tapos sila na ikaw ang nag-host ng Zoom, sabihin mo, ikaw, anong natutunan mo kanina sa talk ni Sir Jorgen? Take away mo. So imagine if you have like 20, 25 of your leaders na nakinig ngayon, tapos after this, may Zoom meeting kayo mamayang gabi, and paisa-isayin mo silang kausapin kung ano yung take away nila. Ibig sabihin ng take away, ano yung talagang tumatak sa isip nila, ano yung talagang na-internalize nila. Then, everybody, nagkakaroon ng chance magsalita, tapos na-enhance yung skills nila, tapos at the same time, mas nagiging makabuluhan yung natutunan nila kasi we share it with a group through Zoom nga lang. So again, you can be very creative, no? Kahit na nasa lockdown, kahit na nasa pandemic tayo, you can actually become very, very creative. You can have brainstorming with your group. You can have meetings with your group. You can just have meetings for fun. Di naman kailangan na laging may topic sa pag-meeting. Pwedeng mag-meeting kayo, just magtawanan lang and all. Ang importante, enjoy ka. Okay? Importante, gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, magaan yung ginagawa mo. Kailangan dumating po sa point na gano'n. Ngayon, kung 1 year ka na, mahilit, mabigat pa rin sa'yo ang pag-networking, mabigat pa rin sa'yo ang aim global or empowered consumerism, di nasa maling wavelength ka, nasa maling pag-iisip. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo pa na ma-mindset yung sarili mo. So, for me, after 1 year, even 6 months of doing the business, 6 months and above, dapat enjoy na kayo sa ginagawa ninyo. Kahit na wala pa kayong result, you should be enjoying what you're doing because ibig sabihin, na-train nyo yung sarili ninyo for success. Kasi kung 6 months and above ka na, hindi ka pa rin masaya, hindi pa rin magaan sa yung pag-business, hindi mo na mindset yung sarili. So, again, those are the 11 ways to develop daily discipline for you to become productive because as I've said during my first, no, yung first slide ko kanina, ang discipline, just for people who are not able to see this earlier, ito yung topic ko kasi today, no? Yung mga hindi nakaabot yun, yung productivity. That's why ang topic ko is about daily disciplines because I wanted you to understand that productivity is not only activity. Of course, pag maraming activity, maganda productivity mo. But it is not just like that, no? Hindi lang siya activity. Ang pagiging productive is not magic. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen instantly. Ang pagiging productive po is a matter of discipline. Kaya ang naging training ko tonight, ang naging training ko today is about discipline because yun yung gusto kong i-share sa bawat isa sa inyo. So, that ends my presentation for today sa Easy Talks natin and I hope I was able to impart with you some important information where you can use that you can use to your downlines, there's so much thing in store for us in empowered consumerism. We have a lot of announcement to make in the next coming days. Tomorrow, meron po tayong June 12, Independence Day. May gimmick ang company. Meron tayong pa-contest. Watch out for the announcement dito sa FB page na to, Alliance in Motion Global Inc. page. We shall have a contest in celebration for our Independence Day. But just wait for for further announcement later. Ipopost po namin yan. and I hope everybody would be able to participate. And at the same time, we will have some